Hello everyone. Welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard science students. We are discussing 5th chapter from syllabus, that is server-side scripting with PHP language. In last lecture we have discussed about a case sensitivity in PHP language. So we know that variables in PHP language are case sensitive, but the keywords that we use in a PHP programs are not case sensitive. That is, those are case insensitive. Today we are going to discuss about the PHP variables, how to declare a variable in PHP, and the scope of variables in PHP. So first of all, what is a variable? Variable is nothing but a symbol or any name that stands for a value. That is $A is equal to 20. Then value 20 is stored in a variable, that is A. So A is nothing but a variable. So it is a symbol or it is a name that stores some value, that stands for some value. Variables are used for storing the values such as numerical values, character strings, different memory addresses, so that they can be used in any part of the program. So if we want to store your name, that is a string of character strings, you can store those in a variable. That is, suppose variable s is equal to ABCD. Then ABCD string is stored in a variable s. So in this way, we can store the different type of values, numerical values, character values, string values, memory addresses within a variable. So variables are used for storing the values. And what is a variable? It is nothing but any symbol or name that stands for a value. And we can use such a variables in a different parts of the program. So there are certain rules to declare a variable. In PHP, a variable starts with a dollar sign. See here, with this symbol, every variable starts and followed by the name of variable. That is, if we want to declare a variable B, then it is declared as $B. A variable name must start with a letter or underscore character. That is, every variable name should always start with a letter or underscore character. No numbers and special symbols can be used for start of the variable name. Variable name cannot start with a number, that is, we cannot declare a variable with starting as a number. Okay, that is $9, $5. This is not a variable. Okay, variable name always should start with any letter or underscore character. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores like A to Z, then 0 to 9 and underscore. So it contains alphabets from A to Z, it can contain numbers from 0 to 9 and it can have underscore character. No any special symbols can be used while declaring a variable in PHP. Variable names are case sensitive, that is, small and capital, uppercase and lowercase are treated differently. So for example, here if age is a variable, here $age in a small letters and $age in a capital letters are the two different variables declared in PHP. So these are the certain rules to declare a PHP variable. That is, it should always start with a dollar symbol and after that declare a name of variable. It should start with a letter or underscore. It should not start with a number and it can contain only alphanumeric characters, that is alphabets, numbers and underscores. Variable names are case sensitive, that is capital and small variable are treated differently. Okay, that is small a and capital A will be treated differently. So these are the certain rules to declare a PHP variable. Then what is about a variable scope? In PHP, three different types of PHP variable scopes are there. That is local scope, global scope and static scope. Variable declared outside of a function has a global scope. That is, that variable can be used throughout the program. That is, in all the program. That is declared outside of the function and can only be accessed outside of the function. See, we are going to write a program. See here an example. This is a PHP program. Here $a is a variable that we have declared is equal to 20. Let us write down this program so that we can understand it better. So to write down a program, we have to open Notepad. So open Notepad and start writing a code. PHP program starts with question mark PHP and ends with a question mark. Then here we are going to declare a variable. To declare variable, every variable name always starts with a dollar symbol. So use here dollar. Then name of the variable is suppose a is equal to 20 is a value stored in variable a. Now let us declare another variable dollar $c is equal to 15. So here another variable is declared c whose value is 15. Now we are going to declare one function, that is a function. Suppose name of function is my function, and let us declare a body of this function. This function has a variable. That variable name is variable b. So declared it with a dollar symbol. Dollar b is equal to 10. After that, we are going to access variable c, which is declared outside of the function by using a global keyword. So global $c, and the value stored in c is 50. Now we are going to print these different values stored in a variables. Let us first of all print a value of a. So echo, and within a double quotes we are going to add a string that is to be displayed on screen. Let us add that string within a paragraph tag. So p tag start and end the p tag. Within that, let us add a string to be displayed. So suppose text is value of a inside the function. Value of a inside the function is, and that value is stored in a variable a. So $a. After that, semicolon, and now let us print the value of b inside the function. So here let us copy this statement, and the value of here b inside the function is mentioned here $b. Now let us print the value of c inside the function. So value of here c inside the function is here, change it to $c. Then after that, now we have done with a body of this function. After that, now to call this function, we have to add a statement, that is name of function is my function. So my function, then brackets, and after that semicolon, so that this function will get called. Now to print the values that are outside of the function, let us add a statement again. Value of a here outside the function is $a. After that, value of suppose b outside the function is, here value should be b. Now let us save this program Let us complete it with a question mark hyphen, and now save this program. Let us give a name to it as a scope, and extension should be PHP, so scope.php. Then save this program. Now to run this program, first of all we have to start a XAMPP server. So open a XAMPP control panel. From that, start the Apache server. Check here status, it is running. Now we can run our program. To run a program, open browser and type localhost here. Once you type localhost, link will appear that welcome to XAMPP. Now enter here your project location folder, that is here localhost / Siley, then enter. Now here you can check scope.php file has been created. So let us run this file. See, here is the output. Value of a inside the function is, this value is blank. See here, now check the program. Variable a and b, c are declared outside of the function. This is the body of function which starts with this line. Okay, so a and c are declared outside of the function, so that here within a function, when we try to print a value of a, that is value of a inside the function, it is not globally accessed, it is outside of the function, and that's why it is not accessible here, and that's why value of a inside the function is blank here. See here, undefined variable $a in this line, at this line, because this variable a is not accessible within this function. Okay, now second statement is value of b inside the function. So check the output of it. Value of b inside the function is 10. Now check the program. See here, within a function we have declared variable b is equal to 10, and b is a local variable of this function. That's why it is accessible within this function only. So value of b is 10, which is printed here. Value of b is 10. Now after that, see here, a and c are declared outside of the function, but if we want to have one of these variable or these variables to be accessed within this function also, we have to precede it with a global keyword. So here I have accessed value of c with a global keyword. So global $c, using which you can access the value from c. So when I try to print the value of c, that is value c inside the function is $c, and $c contains a value that is 15, and it is a global for this function, and that's why this value will get printed here. Value of c inside the function is 15. If we will mention here global $a, then here value of a will also get printed. Now we have checked the values inside the function. Now see here, this is the function calling statement, that is first of all variables will be declared, after that this function will get called, and whenever this function will get called, these many statements will get executed. After that these two statements will get executed. First statement is value of a outside the function is, see here variable a is declared outside of the function, okay, and its value is 20. It is accessible outside of the function, and that's why its value is printed here. A outside the function is 20. But variable b, see here value of b outside of the function. Variable b is not declared outside of the function. This is the function body, and outside of the function there is no b variable declared. It is declared inside the function, that is my function, and that's why it is not accessible outside, and that's why its value is blank here. So in this way we can understand about a local variable and global variable. See here, these two variables are declared outside of the function, but we can access those within a function with global keyword. Now let us check explanation of this program. See here, a variable declared outside of the function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function, that is a variable a here. See, variable a is declared outside of the function and it is accessed only outside of the function. So that's why this statement has been printed with a value a20. Okay, so global variables are accessed outside of the function, and a variable declared within a function has a local scope and can only be accessed within that function. For example is variable b, that is within a function my function we have declared a variable $b with value 10, which is a local variable. So this is local variable and it can access within this function only. This is a global variable declared outside of the function which can access outside of the function only. But if you want to use a function, a variable that is declared outside of the function, that is a variable which is declared outside of the function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside of the function, whose example is a, and variable declared inside the function has local scope, for example is b in this case. But we can access global variable, that is c, from within a function with global keyword, as like this. We can access those variables inside the function also with a global keyword. When a function is executed, then all of its variables which are declared will get deleted. In some cases, if we want local variable not to be deleted, then we can use a static keyword. That is, to use a static keyword in that case is must. So see here, within the function we have declared variable b. Once this function will get executed, this variable will get deleted. But if you do not want so to get deleted this variable, we can add a static keyword here. Okay, so using static keyword is must in that case. So in this way we understand the what is the global variable and what is a local variable. Now to understand the concept of static, see here, this is the program. Let us write down this program so that we can understand that if we want a local variable, see here within this my count function, variable c is a local variable. But if we do not want this variable to get deleted after the execution of this function, we have to use static keyword before this declaring a variable. So let us write down this program also so that we can understood about a static keyword. So to write down a program, again we have to open a notepad and start writing a code. So here add PHP code. PHP code starts with a question mark PHP and ends with a question mark. After that, here let us add a function. So function, name of function is suppose my count, and let us declare a body of this function. Body of this function contains a variable which is preceded with a static keyword. So static $c is equal to 0. Here initial value is provided to the variable c, that is 0. This is a static here static keyword is used declare this variable. Now to print this value of variable c, use a echo statement. So echo, then $c, after that semicolon, then $c plus plus, that is this value will get incremented by 1. Initially the value is 0, so by using echo statement, which value will get printed here? 0 value. After that this variable is incremented by 1, so its value becomes 1. Now we can again call this function many times and can print the value of c. Now let us call this function. So to call the function, we will use a statement, that is my count, after that semicolon. This way we can call the function. Let us add a echo statement before this. So echo output of my count function with use of with use of my count function with use of static keyword. Use of static keyword. Let us add a br tag to have a next output on next line. Then after that semicolon. Now we have called this function. So once we call this function will get executed, 0 value will get printed and value of c will change to 1. Now to print that value again, which is stored in C, we have to use a statement, that is echo statement. But before that, a line break should be there. So let us add a br tag here. So add br tag, then semicolon. After that again call the function, that is my count. Again add echo statement to have a line break. Echo, within that add a br tag. After that semicolon. So total 3 times we have called this function. After that again here call a function, that is my count. After that semicolon. Now save this program. Suppose account.php. Save this. To run this program again we have to start the XAMPP server. It is already running. Apache server is running, so we can directly run our program. Let us refresh this. Check here, count.php file has been created. See, this is the output of my count function with use of static keyword. First value is 0, after that 1, and after that 2 value has been printed here. Check here the program. See, first of all, function will get called. This statement will get printed, that is output of my count function with use of static keyword. After that my count function has been called, so this function will get executed. C variable will be declared to 0, then echo C, that is 0 is printed. Then $C++, so C's value is 1 now. After that echo BR, so we are on a next line now. Now again call this function my count, again function is executed and echo $C. Now value in C is 1, so 1 is printed here. See here, C has not been deleted because we have used static keyword. After that again echo statement, so we are on a next line, and again we have called here my count function third time, and that's when value, which is 2 now within a C variable, has been printed here. So in this way, when we use a static keyword in a function local variable, then that value of that function will not get deleted. Okay, so this is use of static keyword. So note down this program, as well as note down the program which explains the concept of local and global variable, and try to run those programs with Apache server. Thank you.